Yo guys, welcome back. Is the video okay? Is it okay? Yeah, the video seems to be fine. It's not really laggy. It was a little bit laggy, I feel like, when I started the video, but it seems to be okay now. Okay, perfect. Yeah, it's Sunday today. I'm in Pine Creek as always. And guess what? I delivered to the same customer as yesterday, also Starbucks. The only difference is yesterday I left it at her door. This time I actually met her. She went outside. This girl, she kind of looks young. She looks like she's like in her early 20s, I would say. I might be older than her. I don't know. But yeah. But yeah, she ordered Starbucks. But yeah, I'm just gonna go home now. Gotta make sure there's no cars. Okay, yeah, there's no cars. I'm good to go. Yeah, lately I've been like reading a lot of like, because I'm really fascinated with like, you know, ancient history and like people who settled in different countries, you know. Like I was reading about Slavic people, because, you know, I'm someone who has a Slavic background myself, because I was born in Belarus and I'm ethnically Belarusian, but I'm also like a little bit of Russian descent too, because I have some ancestry from Kirov in Russia. And I'm just like fascinated about like where did like Slavic people come from. And I actually like, yeah, found out a lot of interesting stuff regarding Slavic people. They basically like originated in like parts of Eastern Europe, like where today would be like parts of Ukraine, Poland, Belarus. So that's where the early Slavic people actually came from, originated from. But then they spread around Europe, you know. Like some went to Russia, some went to like the Czech Republic or Slovakia. Eventually the Slavic people went to the south. You know, like the Southern Slavs people who are like Serbians, Bulgarians. Those people are also Slavic, but, you know, they just lived there for thousands of years, so they have their own language and their own culture. But it's really interesting that I'm related to those people. I'm related to Serbians, to Bulgarians, because I'm also Slavic just like they are. They're just kind of like my distant relatives, you know, because they're Southern Slavs, but I'm an Eastern Slav, you know. But yeah, it's really interesting. Or I read about the Hungarian people, how like, you know, like even the Hungarian language, it's like a Finno-Ugric language, just like Estonian and Finnish. And it's really interesting that like Hungarians, Estonians, and Finnish people, they're related and they have like some Asian even ancestry from like where Siberia is, which is really interesting. Even if it's like a really small percentage, they did have like some traces of like all the way back to like where Siberia was, or the Ural Mountains, like around maybe the 8th or 9th century. I'm not really sure, but yeah, it's really interesting. But yeah, I've always like wondered what kind of like, you know, ancestry like I might have, because I've never taken a DNA test. But yeah, it's really cool. It's interesting. I know, like, for example, well, I live in Canada, so it's like a very multicultural country. There's people of all races here, but obviously white Canadians, they're all of European descent, you know. But like, I know like Native Americans, or in Canada, the First Nations people, they, yeah, they were here before white people. They've lived like in North America for thousands of years, but they were said to have come from Siberia, actually. But they, like, you know, they had their own culture, their own language. They're not Slavic, obviously, because, you know, that was like way before Russia was even a country. And Slavic people only came to Russia like much later. But in general, like, modern day Russia has a lot of like different ethnic groups. Like people who are from Russia and born there, but they're not ethnically Russian. They have their own language, their own culture. You know, like there's like the Chechens, for example. Chechens are from Russia, but they're like Muslim. You know, they have their own culture. Or there's like people from like Dagestan. There's like the Udmurtian people, the Udmurtian, or the Udmurts. You know, they're also like, they're from Russia, but, you know, they have their own language, their own culture. I think they might actually be related to like the Finno-Ugric people, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, it's really interesting. Yeah, it's pretty hot outside today. Hate this weather. I don't know, today kind of sucks. It's not a really good day. Not in the best mood today, honestly. But I don't know, I hope things get kind of better later. I don't know, I'm never in a good mood when it's like sunny like this. Like, I wish it was rainy. But yeah. My dad also keeps bothering me. He keeps saying, oh, you should keep investing. You should keep adding money onto your savings account. You know, like, I don't know. I feel like my parents, mostly my dad, treats me like a child, you know. I'm 25 years old. He treats me like I'm a kid. He has to always, like, do things or say things for me and tell me what to do. It's just so annoying. I think as an adult, I should be allowed to make my own decisions and, you know. But yeah, I don't know, it just sucks. But yeah. Yeah, I'm also really fascinated with history. Like, at one point, I used to be really obsessed with, like, knights and, like, you know, medieval times. I used to read a lot about like holy knights, crusaders, like battles, you know. I'm fascinated with history. I really like that stuff, you know. I think knights are like really cool. But yeah, I'm a history guy for sure. Like, I like history. I like reading about, like, you know, ancient times and like how people lived back then. Religion is interesting too. I sometimes read about religion too. Like, you know, like Judaism, Christianity, Islam, Hinduism, or Buddhism. It's interesting, you know, kind of like learning about that stuff. Well, yeah, I'm home now, so thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Yeah, just completed a delivery. And yeah, I'm gonna go for a walk. I'll bring my water with me, and then I gotta continue working later. Just at least try to make some more money, and then I should be probably getting paid like Monday or Tuesday, but yeah, so thank you guys for watching. Take care, have a good one, and yeah, bye.